First of all, thank you to my team for inviting me again. Today is indeed a special day. It's a TEDx event. We have to have a very good lineup of speakers. We have actors, we have sportsmen, we have artists, and now I am the boring administrator. So we'll go straight to the presentation. A city is not just built, it is lived. So basically, we as humans, it's very easy to construct something, but to be able to use it and to able to maintain it and to be able to integrating that with our culture, with our local day-to-day life, that is something which is the next stage and the more prolonged and difficult part of it. So Jammu smart city, 8 lakh population. Everyone in Jammu division probably wants to have a house over here. So definitely a lot of pressure as far as housing is concerned. Then 240 square kilometers, but if you look at other cities across the country, not very big. And again, expanding rapidly, be it towards the Nagrota segment, be it northernwards, now as the Akhnur road has come, or be it southernwards in the Samba area. Then we have 5,000 kilometers of road and network, but many of it is very old with very limited narrow width, and only now new highways have started coming up which are giving it a new lease of life. Then we have commercial growth and the challenges of master plan. You have to make a shop, you have to make a hotel, you have to make a commercial complex. Master plan, is it restrictive? Is it okay as per the needs of the city? That is something we need to ponder upon. Heritage tourism and temple corridors. Jammu is the city of temples. So what is our USP and how are we able to convert that into economy is something that we all need to look into. This is Apsara Road. All of you must be aware. This is how it started. It was a high street to be made. All the cables were removed. You can see the ugly cables which actually occupy so much of the visible space in all the markets that we go into. All the cables were removed. The entire system was put underground. There were very nice tactile pathways that were installed. Cobblestone roads were put up. There was a system of roadside parking also put up. But then what happened? It did not take like a year or so, probably just few days or weeks. Let's go at another example. This is how it started. This is what happened. You are looking at this vehicle. I don't know what use it is standing on the footpath. And you look at the signages. Many a times we are told that okay, signages hote to maybe situation would have been different. Is it so? Maybe things are just for installation but not for implementation. You look at this green patch that is being developed. What has happened? This is just near Jewel Chowk. And when assets get damaged, what happens? Young dynamic journalist goes and says that okay, nothing is being maintained. You see, I love Jammu. Everything we should all be proud of. It was made. What happened? All of it got stolen. The amount of theft that is happening right now, and obviously drug menace has a lot of it to do with it, is incredible. You all must have seen the facade lighting of the Tavi bridges, Gujjar Nagar bridge, all these bridges. Every 3 to 6 months, it is stolen. Without getting the FIR lodged, without claiming the insurance money, the company says we cannot repair it immediately. So now we come to the next topic, Tavi Riverfront. Tavi Riverfront is a project that can actually give the new lease of life to Jammu city, which it very much needs. What has changed? We all witnessed the floods this year, right? The area beyond and before the riverfront had massive damages. Entire houses were inundated with water. Tavi riverfront, not a single drop of water could enter the warehouse Gandhinagar area. That was the flood protection aspect of it. Second aspect, 5 major nalas that used to get drained into Tavi river, Suryaputri Tavi, all of them were diverted and now are being taken to the Bhagwati Nagar sewage treatment plant. And for public space, entirely new walkways created, and a future scope for real estate development over a huge patch of 444 canals of new reclaimed land has been created. You know what it was before 2022? It was a dump site. A huge area where all the waste, C&D, construction waste, household waste used to be dumped over there. So this is the main impact of the project. This is the future of the very same project. We wish to propose real estate all across on the left bank, right bank and the central island. With the completion of barrage, the water gets stopped, you are able to create a whole new mini city inside the same facility. These are the ghats that have been completed. The green cover that you are seeing, these are very recent pictures. So this is not a dream. This is a reality that we have actually created and is now ready for public use as soon as another month. These are the new walkways that have been created on the Tavi riverfront. People who would have attended Tavi Aarti, you would not have seen this development. So many people are not able to see the constant development that is happening on every single project. But now if you visit the same site when the Tavi Aarti starts next year, then you will be seeing this entirely new space created with enhanced public amenities and walkways for all of you. These are some of the visuals from the Tavi Aarti. Sewerage and drainage. Smart city is not smart if you are having water inundation. The water level that we felt on 24th and 26th of August, that was the highest ever recorded. The highest flood level of Tavi was breached. And this was against the reading of 1926 when the same level had been reached. Despite that, there were no human casualties, immense loss of properties, and still we had a lot of these drains which protected the communities. What is needed for the future is an entire network of drainage using a master plan. Now for all of this, what does your municipal body needs? It needs huge amount of funding, which we don't have right now because we don't have our own resources. So we have to depend on the government. What would have a municipal body of Mumbai or Hyderabad or Bangalore done? They would have used whatever revenue they earn and they would have created their entire drainage network. That liberty is not available with us. So probably we have to wait. But with sustained public pressure, institutions like these, media and civil society, definitely a lot of new investment in drainage which is needed will come. Then we have AMRUT. A lot of us complained about water, that it is not clean, it comes twice in a day, thrice in a day. Entirely new habitations which are unorganized, unplanned have come up in peripheries of our cities. How is the government supposed to plan and provide you water if the entire colonies are coming up without any due permission? But after colonies come up, we are being told that, okay, now you have to supply water. So that is the challenge that comes to us, and for that same challenge, what we are doing is, for 63 crore worth of sewerage network we are laying this year, 20 crore worth of water pipeline we are laying this year, and 13 new tube wells which we have already dug are going to improve the water situation in the entire city. What are the challenges of these sewage treatment plants and these sewer networks? People in the old city must be knowing, choke ho jate hain. They overflow, they are not cleaned regularly. So where is the challenge? Obviously, one challenge is corruption. We have to admit it. There cannot be no two ways about it. But another challenge is contract enforcement, the boring part actually, contract enforcement and poor operations and maintenance. Even if you give the work to private parties, to get work out of them is the next round of challenge. These are some of the images of the sewage treatment plants which are already functioning. And let me just inform all of you, Jammu just started a 27 MLD sewage treatment plant just last week. And maybe these don't make big news, but as far as pollution is concerned, it will be a game changer for the entire Tavi river belt. Blue-green project. Many people near Pavan Ice Cream, they must be aware about this spot. Thousands of people on a daily basis use this space, which was previously completely a dust and dirt place. It was alongside the Ranbir Canal, and right now, if you look at the images, this is how it looks. And apart from this space, we have also created in phase 2 a jogging track so that people who want for their own fitness use the urban spaces, they can jog or track on that as well. This is the space that has been created. Water for Jammu, I already told. Whatever infrastructure we are adding this year. Green Jammu. दिल्ली की खबरें सुन सुन के आई थिंक जम्मू वाले भी अभी घर पे प्यूरीफायर लगा लें, वो स्टेज तो नहीं आई है, बट डेफिनेटली वी शुड बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द फ्यूचर. What did we do this year? We planted 60,000 new trees alongside our roads, alongside the highways, alongside the parks, alongside the public spaces. We did one more thing. Road dust pollution is the most common form of particulate matter pollution. हम सब लोगों ने PM 2.5 और PM 10 की बात सुनी होगी. 3 मेजर चीजें होती हैं: रोड साइड डस्ट, ट्रैफिक पोल्यूशन एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटीज. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ए सिटी जहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री नहीं होती है. इंडस्ट्री इज नॉर्मली ऑन द पेरिफेरीज. So what we have done this year is, we have done end-to-end pavement of these spaces which are just adjacent to the road. And so that Jammu doesn't become a concrete jungle, we have installed soak pits on every 10 meters of these end-to-end pavements. As a result, what will happen is, whenever rainwater comes or the water from road goes, it will recharge our groundwater table. So that जो 13 ट्यूबवेल हमने लगाए हैं वो ड्राई ना हो जाए. So this is the planning that has gone into this year. And if you look at that tree adoption model as well as the engagement with students, now what we are doing is we are providing QR code to each tree, and on scanning, the name of the person who has adopted that tree will come up. And I would like to give the opportunity that to the entire audience who is sitting over here, we would like all of you to take up some trees, because although monsoon season has gone, but that opportunity still exists. These are some of the pictures. As you can see, huge number of participation from NCC students. The pictures over here, this is a Miyawaki plantation. So basically we are trying to create an urban forest. This is near Bave, where the PCCF office is there. So over that site, we have tried to create an urban jungle where at one single site 5,000 plants have been planted. Second last point probably, heritage revival in the old city. Now we have seen what infrastructure has been created, but very soon after creation, it gets covered by raidis, it gets encroached, it's damaged, the items are stolen. So that challenge remains. But even apart from that, what is the main work that we have been able to do in past 2 years? Look at the damage to the library cafeteria building, which was in 2023. This is how it has been revived. These are some of the interiors of the very same building. I'll just go back. Look at the building, the entire roof had collapsed. Basically, it was non-existent. It had to be created all from above. But at the same time, we had to ensure that the authentic Dogri architecture should be reflected in the very same buildings. This is how it looks now. These are some of the facade lighting works just recently we completed for Chandkor Gurdwara as well as Tirupati Mandir. Because if you want people to come to your city, if you have some kind of events, some kind of monuments to project, then they should be presentable to the entire country. I'll just skip through these. This is one very important project which we are doing now, and whatever I talked to you, we have already done. So I am coming to the aspect that we are going to do now. 150 crores we are going to invest in the old core city area. And what is the most important thing we are going to do? Parking, parking and parking. Because that is one thing that all of us crib about, that old city में गाड़ी लगाने की जगह नहीं होती है. It's a nightmare to shop if you go there. So in couple of locations we have started the parkings. One of the parking site we are doing the groundbreaking ceremony today. And apart from that, we are creating hearts at Indra Chowk. vegetable market at the old Sabzi Mandi, Diwan Mandir Auditorium, Gummad Chowk Shelter Home, Temple Corridor to connect Bave Mata Mandir with Har Ki Pauri and then Har Ki Pauri to Mahamaya. So this temple corridor will be connecting so that pilgrims can move from one to the other. Drainage, never forget drainage. So whatever investment we could do in drainage, we are again taking some funds out of that. City beautification, again, undergrounding of cables, removing of defunct poles, all those activities we are doing. So this is the core city area that we are going to touch through all these activities. Whatever we are saying today will be visible in next 1 to 1.5 years. Now, smart governance, we have traffic challan networks, we have My Jammu applications, we have GPS systems for waste collection, but a lot of it depends on smart citizens. So, at the start of my presentation, I said smart cities for smart people. So, you need that citizenry which is engaging with you constantly. I would say Jammu has by far a very civilized citizenry which is engaging constantly, and that is why initiatives like Wall of Shame have become very successful and talk of the town as well. So these are some of the essentials that make a city a smart city. Green cover, drainage, sewerage and water, the very essentials, parking and traffic, walkable urban spaces and digital governance. What challenges come? Civic sense, smart city for smart people. Operation and maintenance. It's easy to make it once, it's difficult to maintain it tomorrow. Thank you so much.